All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 41 Magnum test. Today we have a couple Underwood loads to try out. So on the left is the 210 grain XTP round. That one looks like nice wide hollow point cavity on that one. Does have your nickel plated brass on that and is rated at 1560 feet per second. And on the right we have another 210 grain. This is the Nosler semi-jacketed hollow point. Here's what that one looks like. It does have some of that lead exposed. And that one is also rated at 1560 feet per second. So today we're going to be testing it out of our Smith & Wesson Model 57. That does have a 6-inch barrel. And we're going to be going through our gel. That is a 10% block. So we do have our catch block here in the back. So that is a total of 25 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. And like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up that impact velocity. So let's set up and see what these rounds can do. First one up will be that XTP round. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity on that was 1505 feet per second. So it's actually moving out pretty good, especially for that 6-inch barrel. So really good to see. That one was rated at 1560. So that's definitely some pretty impressive numbers on that one. So let's check out that entry hole. So looks like we got it right where we wanted. Man, that is a pretty big impact right there. Nice star pattern so far. So let's check it out from the top. Man, check that out. That is crazy. Got some major damage coming in this first block. It does look like it did pass through, and we made it just about halfway through that second block. But man, that initial stretch cavity is crazy. It came more than 2/3 of the way over on this block. So for our next shot, it's probably going to collide, but pretty impressive there. So let's see from our furthest point. We are right at 4 inches. So man, that is a huge stretch on that one. So really cool to see on that. So let's check it out from the side. Man, same thing. Check that out. It looks like as soon as that thing came in, started opening up, pretty much exploded in there. Ton of damage coming in. It does look like it carried it through this whole first block, and then started to kind of flatline here towards the second one. But man, that is a lot of penetration on that too. But that is a huge stretch cavity. So this one looks like it came from the very bottom of the table to the very top. So we are right at 4 1/4 inches on that stretch from the side. So really, really good. And let's see what kind of penetration we got on this one. At the very leading edge, we're at 7.5 inches. So it is 18.5 inches of penetration on that. So a lot of penetration for that XTP. So really awesome to see there. So let's set up for that nozzle round and see how that one does. All right, so I'm going to show this top just real quick because I have a feeling that this next one's going to probably push in to this stretch cavity. So just to give you guys an idea of what it's doing. But man, that is a huge stretch cavity so far. We're going to have to start making some Magnum blocks for these big boys. But there we go. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. Man, that was impressive. It completely flipped that block over. And our impact velocity on that was 1551. Man, that is crazy right there. Ton of energy coming in on that shot. You could see it, that gel, look at that block. Thing completely flipped over, so that will be cool to see on that slow-mo. All right, let's check this one out. So this one is the one on the left, so we got perfect shots on these ones. But man, look at that. You can see right down in this one also. That's some major damage in this block so far. Huge star pattern, and check this out from the top. This is crazy. So like I said, it's the one on the left. And this is probably going to be one of the hardest ones we do to get our cross section, because it completely collided with this other side, with this XTP round. Man, look at the damage path that thing was creating all the way through. And same thing with this one, went almost halfway through this block. So we're about 2 inches shy of the XTP round. So very impressive on that. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a measurement accurately. I'll do my best, but from the furthest point on this one, let's see, we're at about 4 3/4 inches. So major damage on that. Huge stretch cavity so far. And man, I can't believe that was probably the first round that we've actually tested that flipped these blocks. So that was a ton of energy coming through. And same thing from the side. Came in, just exploded. You can see quite a few fragments coming in. Looks like there's one that tried to escape, but didn't end up making it out. And we did make it all the way through into that second block. So it's good to see we were able to catch it. And see our measurement from the side. Not as impressive from the side, but still really nice. Just over 3.5 inches. So really good to see. A lot of fragments coming through. Man, that was really cool. And you can see here too, a few more fragments. Quite a few here, and then there's that round. This one is the Nosler. This one is, I don't know if you can see it on camera, is the XTP. So we are literally 1 3/4 inches shy of penetration depth on that one. But tons and tons of damage. So really cool. So let's check it out one more time from the top. So like I said, right side is 40, actually both 41. Right side is the XTP, left side is that Nosler, excuse me. Man, major damage. So there's that XTP. Came in, exploded on that over 1,500 feet per second. Crazy out of that 6-inch. This Underwood ammo is no joke. Just a ton of damage, and came all the way through. And that Nosler round, I thought that first one was impressive, but man, this is crazy. Came in, same thing, exploded. Major stretch on that one, and we stopped there in that second block. So we're gonna pull these rounds out and see what they look like. All right, check these things out. So the one on the right is the XTP, one on the left is that Nosler round. Man, that is insane right there. A ton of expansion on that. So they both were super impressive. And here's that XTP. Got some perfect mushrooming on that one. Perfect uniform expansion on that. There is quite a bit of gel still stuck in it. Check out the petals on that. They just peeled right over the base of that round. That thing was moving out really good. It's good to see that that one stayed together for the most part. That was a ton of energy. And this other one, this one we did shed a couple petals. We got the most of them. We pulled most of them from the block, the majority of the big stuff, but there's still a few that we'll pull out later. But check that thing out. Major expansion on that one too. That one almost flattened completely out. You can see those petals just crushed right over the base. Not too much weight retention on that one, but man, was that crazy. First time we ever seen that block flip over like that. So that was a lot of energy coming through. So there's the bottom of both of these. So one on the right is the XTP, one on the left is that Nosler. And I have heard people say that that one is the Sierra jacketed hollow cavity, but I actually contacted Underwood and they said they're using the Nosler round. So man, that is very impressive. So like always, we'll get our screenshots, our slow-mo, you know, all that good stuff here at the end. So if you guys are enjoying these, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Always appreciate it. And as always, thank you for watching. All right, and here's the cross section for both of those 41s. I actually had to do this one a little bit different because those ones kind of blended together, so it was really hard to actually cut them apart. So these bottom two right here is the same track, and that is the XTP, and then this top two right here are the Nosler. So as you can tell, this thing did a massive amount of damage. Huge cuts. Probably some of the biggest cuts that we've had so far. But yeah, it really cut this stuff up. So I did remeasure those bottom ones for the XTP, and those are right at 4.5 inches at some of the longest parts. And for that Nosler, same thing with that. It did a lot of damage on there. You can see some fragments down in there, but nice star pattern that it's actually cutting. And I remeasured these, and we're right at 4 1/8 inches, so just a little bit less. Still, you know, tons of damage for both of those, but both really did a number on that gel. Super impressive. But yeah, there's some huge deep cuts. It was just hard to actually get these sectioned off just right. But let's cut them open. All right, so here's after being cut. This is actually the XTP. This is the right side. This top one is the left side. I did the best I could with these because it was kind of hard to do with both of them. But as you can tell, it came in right here and then pretty much just exploded. It came in, there's fragments all over. Did drag some of that cotton t-shirt, but we just have an insane amount of damage coming in. That thing was moving out pretty quick too, so pretty much expected for that. But super impressive right there, but just tons and tons of damage coming through, just destroying this gel. Same thing on this top too. You can see where it came in and just blew up once again. Huge stretch all the way through. A few more of those fragments, and just look at that gel. It really just jumbled that stuff up. We don't see a lot of tests that really tear this gel up this much. So that was really cool to see how much power that 41 Magnum is really putting out. Just crazy. But there we go. There was that XTP. Actually, I did want to show just from a little bit different of an angle, but how much this stuff is just destroyed. Huge, nasty cuts all the way through. Crazy stuff. All right, and here's that track for that Nosler round. Same thing with this one. You can actually see like some of the stretch marks or like the shockwave that it kind of brought through with it. But it came in right here, and that one really did explode. This one tore this gel up. And after doing the math on that, we got over 1,100 foot-pounds for that one. So that is insane for that 41. Check that out. Just jumbled that stuff up. Same on this top side. Came in, opened up. You can see more of those kind of like ripples and shocks going all the way through with that shock wave. But same right here. Opened up and pretty much just blew up. That stuff is really just barely hanging on. It literally looks like a rifle round came in and just started tearing this stuff up. There's tons of fragments down in there. And just some massive splits. But that is insane. Yeah, it literally looks like a rifle round. Same with this, just the way that it jumbles that stuff up. I've only seen that a couple times in this gel so far. So usually with super high velocity, 357 SIG. But crazy stuff right there. It's some nasty track right there. There we go. There was that Nosler round. All right, actually I did want to get just a little bit different angle so you guys can see, but super impressive on what that thing is actually doing. Same with this, just tearing that gel up. But there we go. Once again, thank you guys for watching.